What if I told you the most important thing you do today isn't chasing a new sign from the universe, it's protecting the one you already received? Last night, something shifted. Maybe it was a dream, maybe a strange feeling of peace, maybe a sudden answer that came out of nowhere. Or maybe you simply woke up feeling different. But here's the danger. The moment you open your phone, the moment you hear someone else's opinion, the moment fear begins whispering, you start questioning what the universe already made clear. Don't let doubt erase what faith revealed, because today's message is about protecting your alignment before the world tries to pull you away from it. Stay with me until the end, because there's one simple practice you can do today that will strengthen your connection more than any manifestation technique. Before you scroll away, I need you to hear this. If something unusual happened to you last night, a dream, a feeling, a sign, or an unexplainable sense of peace, this message isn't random. Today is the day that doubt will try to erase what the universe revealed. But if you protect that experience instead of questioning it, everything can begin to change. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why holding on is more powerful than searching for another sign. 1. Have you ever noticed that the morning after a powerful spiritual experience feels different? Maybe last night you felt an incredible sense of peace. Maybe you had a dream that seemed too real to ignore. Or perhaps, for the first time in a long time, you felt like the universe was finally answering you. Then morning came, and almost immediately your mind started asking questions. Was that real? Did I just imagine it? Maybe I'm reading too much into it. If those thoughts are showing up today, don't be surprised. This is what I call the morning test. Every breakthrough is followed by a moment of doubt, not because the universe is taking something away from you, but because life is asking one simple question. Will you trust what you experienced, even when you can't explain it? Most people fail this test. They spend the night feeling connected, inspired, and hopeful, then wake up and hand their peace over to fear. They check social media, compare their lives to others, listen to negative opinions, and slowly disconnect from the very energy they felt only hours before. But today, you have a choice. You can let doubt become louder than your intuition. Or you can protect the quiet confidence that was planted inside you. Remember this, not everything meaningful arrives with undeniable proof. Some of the greatest transformations begin as a feeling, something calm, gentle, and impossible to explain. The universe doesn't always communicate through dramatic miracles. Sometimes it speaks through a whisper that only your heart can hear. So don't rush to dismiss what happened last night. Don't let overthinking erase what your soul recognized in a single moment. Instead, carry that feeling with you today. Guard it, honor it, trust it. Because the way you respond this morning may determine whether yesterday's breakthrough becomes tomorrow's reality. 2. There's something you need to understand today. Doubt is loud, but truth is quiet. Fear always makes the biggest entrance. It races through your mind with endless questions. It tells you that you're not ready, that you misunderstood the signs, or that nothing is really changing. But have you noticed something? Truth never argues with fear. It doesn't need to. The deepest truths you've ever experienced probably didn't arrive with noise or excitement. They came as a calm feeling, a quiet sense of knowing, a moment where everything simply felt right. That's how your intuition speaks. The universe doesn't have to shout to get your attention. It whispers to the part of you that's willing to listen. The problem is that most people spend their entire day surrounded by noise, notifications, opinions, breaking news, social media, endless distractions. Eventually, they become so accustomed to the noise that they mistake it for truth. But volume has never been proof. Just because a fearful thought is loud doesn't mean it's real. Imagine standing beside the ocean at sunrise. The waves are gentle, the air is still. In that moment, you don't need anyone to convince you that you're at peace. You simply feel it. Your connection with the universe is much like that. It doesn't need constant validation. It only asks for your trust. So today, when doubt begins knocking at your door, don't invite it in for a conversation. You don't have to fight every negative thought. You don't have to prove your spiritual experience to anyone, not even to yourself. Instead, pause, take a slow breath, close your eyes for just a moment, and remember how you felt last night. Remember that sense of clarity, peace, or hope that filled your heart. That feeling deserves more attention than your fear, because whatever you feed grows stronger. If you feed doubt, it will expand until it overshadows every blessing in front of you. But if you feed trust, patience, and inner peace, you'll begin noticing opportunities, signs, and moments of alignment that were always there. Today, choose the quiet voice over the loud one, because the loudest voice in your mind isn't always the wisest. Sometimes the whisper you've been ignoring is the very truth that's meant to change your life. 3. Today, more than anything else, protect your energy. Not because the world is against you, but because your energy determines what you notice, what you believe, and how you respond to everything that happens around you. Think about it. 2 people can experience the exact same day. One sees problems everywhere. The other notices opportunities hidden inside every challenge. The difference isn't luck. The difference is the energy they're carrying. Your energy is like a radio frequency. Whatever you're tuned into becomes louder. If you're tuned into fear, you'll find reasons to worry. If you're tuned into gratitude, you'll begin noticing blessings that were there all along. That's why today is so important. After a meaningful experience with the universe, your energy becomes incredibly sensitive. It's like a fresh seed that's just been planted. It doesn't need to be questioned every 5 minutes. It needs to be protected while it takes root. So be intentional about what you allow into your space today. Not every conversation deserves your attention. Not every opinion deserves your belief. And not every notification deserves an immediate response. Sometimes the most spiritual thing you can do is simply turn down the noise. Put your phone away for a few minutes. Step outside. Take a deep breath. Feel the sunlight on your face. Listen to the wind moving through the trees. Notice how peaceful the world becomes when you stop feeding your mind with constant distractions. The universe often speaks in moments of stillness, not in moments of chaos. And here's something else to remember. Not everyone will understand the path you're walking. Some people will laugh at your dreams. Others will project their own fears onto your future. But their limitations do not have to become your reality. You don't need permission to trust your intuition. You don't need approval to believe that your life is changing. The people who are meant to walk beside you will encourage your growth, not discourage it. So if someone's words leave you feeling drained instead of inspired, it's okay to create healthy boundaries. Protecting your peace isn't selfish, it's wisdom. Before this day is over, ask yourself one simple question. Did this thought, this conversation, or this choice bring me closer to peace or further away from it? If it pulls you away from peace, you don't have to carry it any longer. Let it go. Your energy is too valuable to waste on fear, resentment, or constant overthinking. Instead, choose gratitude, choose stillness, choose trust. Because every moment you protect your inner peace, you're sending a powerful message to the universe. I trust the path I'm on. I don't need to chase what's already finding its way to me. And when you live from that place of quiet confidence, something remarkable begins to happen. You stop forcing life to happen, and you begin allowing life to unfold exactly as it was meant to. For what if the very thing you're praying for is already on its way? Not someday, not years from now, but right now, behind the scenes, in ways you can't yet see. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing that if they can't see movement, then nothing is happening. But that's not how life works. Think about a sunrise. For hours before the first ray of light appears, the earth is already turning. You just can't see it. The movement begins long before the evidence does. Your life often works the same way. The universe doesn't always reveal its work while it's happening. Sometimes it asks you to trust the process before it reveals the outcome. That's where most people give up. They pray, they hope, they take one or two small steps. Then, because they don't see immediate results, they assume they've been forgotten. But silence is not rejection. Waiting is not failure. And delay is not the same as denial. Sometimes what's taking longer is becoming stronger. Sometimes the opportunity you're asking for is preparing you just as much as you're preparing for it. Imagine receiving everything you've asked for before you were emotionally ready to handle it. Would it truly be a blessing, or would it become another burden? The universe has a way of opening doors when you're prepared to walk through them, not just when you're impatient enough to knock on them. That's why trust is so powerful. Trust keeps you moving when your eyes can't yet see the destination. Faith allows you to continue planting seeds even before the harvest appears. Every positive choice you make today matters. Every act of kindness, every moment of patience, every time you choose gratitude over frustration, you're becoming the person who can sustain the blessings you're asking for. Growth doesn't always happen in dramatic moments. More often it happens quietly. It happens in the mornings when you choose peace instead of panic. It happens in the afternoons when you refuse to let fear control your decisions. It happens at night when you go to sleep believing that tomorrow still holds possibility. Those small moments may seem ordinary, but together they shape an extraordinary future. So don't confuse stillness with stagnation. A tree looks still from the outside, yet beneath the ground its roots continue growing deeper every single day. The strongest foundations are often invisible. The same is true for your journey. Right now, relationships may be aligning. Unexpected opportunities may be moving closer. New ideas may be forming. Doors you didn't even know existed may already be preparing to open. You don't have to force every answer. You don't have to chase every opportunity. Sometimes your greatest responsibility is simply to remain open, grateful, and ready. Because when the moment arrives, and it will, you'll realize that nothing was ever standing still. Everything was moving in perfect timing. So today, release the need to control every detail. Take the next step that's in front of you. Trust the quiet work that's happening beyond your vision. Keep your heart open. Keep your spirit steady. And remember this powerful truth: just because you can't see the universe working doesn't mean it has stopped. Sometimes the greatest miracles are already in motion long before they become visible. Stay patient, stay faithful, and when the right moment arrives, you'll look back on this season and realize that every delay, every lesson, and every quiet day was leading you exactly where you were always meant to be. So today, hold on tightly to what you experienced last night. Don't let fear rename it. Don't let doubt rewrite it. Don't let the noise of the world silence the wisdom inside you. Your journey isn't falling apart. It's coming together. Even if you can't see every piece yet, trust what your soul recognized. Before your mind started asking questions, because sometimes the greatest miracle isn't receiving another sign, it's having the courage to believe the one you've already been given. If this message found you at exactly the right moment, that may not be a coincidence. Take a deep breath, smile, and move through today knowing the universe hasn't forgotten you. It's already working behind the scenes. See you in the next Arise message. Until then, protect your peace, trust your path, and keep rising.